Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, can you hear me? Am I good? Am I good to go? Am I good to go? Am I good to go? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, y'all? Yo, welcome back to DietyeRadio. Yes, this is episode. What is this? Episode one? Episode one, yo. This is episode one of Klub 808. This is our newest series on DietyeRadio. This is an all guys show. So stay we got a whole bunch of stuff coming just for the guys, yo. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. You can follow me on Instagram at official.saw. I am a host of the show. I am not always gonna be the host of the show, but I am a host for today. You know what I'm saying? And we got my boy over here right next to me. What's your name, dog?
I mean, it's the other way, but I get what you're saying. It's your boy.
Oh, well, on my screen it's this way. So
my screen is the other way. Yeah, oh no, but yeah, it's Z, man. Z, hold on the video. You already know what it is. Big dog shit.
Let me try something. Let me try something. I want to see if this will work. Now I'm the opposite way. Now it makes me look like I'm doing it like this.
You know what I mean? Like, now you just doing it.
So, hey, look, we decided to have some fun today. Look, we got a very crazy topic going on. So, look, y'all know, you remember the movie The Matrix? I know everybody remembers the movie The Matrix. I mean, we grew up on it. I mean, if you were, I'm sorry. It's just like, it just sounds so weird. Don't it sound weird to you?
What, the beat?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's changing. The beat is bro. Oh my! I was like, yo, why does it sound like this? Yo, it sounds terrible.
I'm talking about this music, man.
No, bro. I was like, what? This sounds weird. Why does it sound off key? Just all of a sudden.
Why these people music?
But anyway, so y'all remember the movie The Matrix? Like I said, everybody should remember The Matrix. We didn't grow up on it, especially if you our age. You know, I'm 23. Dog is, how old is you, bro?
I'm 24.
I'm 24, man. So everybody, if you are age, you should know about what The Matrix is. And you remember there was a specific scene in the movie where Morpheus threw out his hands to Neo, and he had two pills in his hand, a red pill and a blue pill, and he said, "Choose. Do you want to see what goes further down this rabbit hole, or do you want to stay doing the same thing, doing this over and over again that leads to nothing, nowhere but the same thing over and over again?" And he decided to take the red pill to go deeper into the rabbit hole. But today we have a little bit of a twist on the red versus blue pill, tactic. And
y'all see it everywhere now. Y'all know y'all see it everywhere. The blue pill, red pill, you blue pill, you red pill, you did it, you did. Y'all know y'all see it everywhere. So
you feel me? And what better way, since he so graciously just commented about that on social media, what better person to explain what red versus blue pill is than my boy Z, bro. Tell us what the people tell the people what red versus blue pill
I mean, it's really self-explanatory. So obviously, if you see in the movie, you had the blue pill, which was basically you still stuck in whatever situations that you're dealing with, the society, situations, and then you got red pill where you start to see, if you remember the movie, you start to see all the real stuff that was going on behind the scenes, the real life of what was going on. So like, obviously you see now these days you got the red pill movement people where they all about, fact, statistics, and let's stick to what's going on in reality versus you got blue pill people where it's more emotional, we're more about feelings, you're more about, you know, I just want to feel good versus understanding what makes me feel good. So it's like, okay, you got the arguments going on these days now where you got a lot of people who consider themselves red pill, where they'll tell you, "Oh, I'm dominant. I'm this, that, the third. I'm this, that, and the third, and I should be always dominant." I'm basically like this. If you had to pick someone who's a red pill, I would probably say the best thing I would say is someone who has a regimen or someone who has a schedule, set regimen that they do every day. They're not looking to change it. They're not going to change it, because if they did change it, that would prevent them from being the person who they were. So they'll never try that. They'll never try that on a level. Versus if you blue pill, they're a little bit more lenient. They're more lenient with it. So they'll do little certain things to let you in. Like I said, but that's really, in my opinion, the big difference. You got someone who has a regiment versus someone who's more free with the wind. You know. So like, if you had to pick, I say a red pill, for example, would be like someone who's military, right? Someone who's in the military, versus someone a blue pill, a hippie, if you want to say that, which is kind of funny because like
a hippie,
yeah, a hippie would, because if you want to say is a blue pill.
Why would you say a hippie though?
Because a hippie is more, in my opinion, and I call myself a hippie sometimes, so that's why I said it was funny, because I used to when I was a couple years ago, back when I was some stuff, but like a hippie most likely is like they just with this, they tell you that, okay, see, they're close to blue pill. They're part of another pill that we're gonna talk about Wednesday, if I had to be technical, because they actually green.
I didn't even get to that part. Yeah,
they actually green pill, but I'm gonna tell you why I say they're in the bluish area, because, like I said, you're more in with the status quo. They tell you that they're not, though. That's what you hear from a lot of people who say they're hippies. They can't stand the government and this, that, and the third, but yet they fall in the line of taking whatever it comes with the situation. As in, I can't stand it. I want this, that, third. I want to be able to be free, but at the same time, I want to be able to do things in the freedom of my own, like I said before, in my own interest. So a lot of people want to have that thought where it's everything is really just in their own interest. They might tell you that it's about the world, but it's really in the world that they see fit in. Tell me, which is basically what they see fit in from what they heard from other people. Could red pill do that too? Yes. But majority of red pill, actually, yeah, both sides do it. I ain't even gonna say majority not. Both sides do it.
I was gonna say, like, I don't necessarily think you can label a person, like a specific, person, like a red pill or a blue pill, like how you said it, like the label of drill sergeant or a hippie, because a drill sergeant could be, a closet blue, and they portray a red.
Usually can't. Because you already in that regiment, so you already have a set regiment that you've been on for a long period of time. So you can't be low key something if this is what you've been your entire time. So usually, usually in military, you have to unlearn what you did as a blue pill, and you relearned it as a red pill. So they push you into being a red pill when you go into. That's why I said military, because they push you into doing that. Now, when you get out of military, that might change. Where you might go back. That's why that comes into a different pill. Where that's in, again, what we'll talk about Wednesday. Where that's purple, because now you done went through both sides of the situation and learned it. So now you make your own decision.
Hold on, don't give them too much information. Now you gotta save all that for Wednesday, baby. True. We just here to talk about the red and the blue.
You got me now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I should have cut you off at the green.
I'll say this with you, which I'll definitely agree. You can't necessarily. I know they tell you don't judge a book by its cover, right? Which to me, in my personal opinion, that's like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Because like, how the fuck? It's literally the cover of the book. How am I supposed to not to judge if I want to read this book by the cover? If I don't, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I know people say that, but it's like, in general speaking, you have to, because they wouldn't make that the generalization of that if it wasn't real or if it wasn't truthful. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, you can say there might be some drill sergeants that might be secretly blue pill or secretly this, that, the third, but in reality, they not blue pill. That's just one of the other pills. Because if they were really, you can't low key be a blue pill. You feel me? Or you can't low key be a red pill. You can't low key. It's either you are or you not.
Right.
Or if you are a low key, you ain't red pill. If you are a low key blue pill, then you ain't blue pill. You more of the other pills, which again we'll talk about Wednesday.
Okay. I mean, I guess, but then you can't say that the hippies are all hippies are not blue pills. I mean, all hippies are not blue pills. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then what would you consider them?
That I would say they would be more leaning towards the purple.
Why do you say that?
Well, because obviously we'll get more in depth into it. Well, we'll get more in depth into it on Wednesday.
The secret to product research.
But I'm sick of advertisements. But the reason why I say that they might be purple is because hippies are more so along the lines of like, well, at least more so today are more along the lines of they're not pacifists, but they will like nut up if they need to. They will be on that if they be on your head if they need to be. But they also doesn't necessarily be like I'm looking for or I'm trying to put myself into conflict. I'm not a person who's looking for conflict.
That's not necessarily what I mean as in red or blue pill. Anybody can be into a situation, especially when it comes to self-defense. They're going to take it. Now, the difference between a red pill and a blue pill self-defense or and when it comes to that type of situation is, prime example, say if you was out with your girl, right? Which you hear this all the time. A lot of people use it in these arguments when they had these conversations, but it's a valid point. Say if you was out with your girl, right? And a group of dudes was finna run up on you and your girl was ready to fight you and your girl. Are you defending? Are you jumping in front of her to defend her? Or are you not? Most blue pill people, that's why I say a lot of hippies, not saying all hippies again, but I use them as an example because a lot of people who are on blue pill don't want to do that. As in they'll actually say, okay, either we running together or I'm pushing her in the front or we trying to walk out of here as quickly as possible and not be in no drama, which is nothing a problem with that. But most men in those type of situations, especially if they are red pill, will tell you, hell no, I'm defending my girl. Or if I understand that I'm in a situation where I'm not in the best position to defend her, I'm gonna tell her to shut up, like, because I understand we are not in a good position. I'm outnumbered 4-1. You feel me? And she not finna come fight with me. So it's like versus, okay, in my opinion, it's more of an emotional thing, right? So a lot of hippies, if you look at hippies, a lot of times what do? They go off of emotions first, as in they'll do something. You're cutting down trees. I'm finna chain myself to this tree until y'all stop cutting down trees in the Amazon. All right. Well, if I stop cutting down trees in the Amazon, this person ain't got a house to live. I don't care. Keep trees. So now it's like, all right, which one do we? Well, it's not logical. You feel me? Now it's like, okay, I'm more focused on my emotions versus the logical situation of what's going on. Versus people who understand it, like, all right, I may not like that we cutting down trees, but someone needs a place to live. Let's put these trees in this position to put us where we need to live. So that way, once we can convert these houses into metal or something like that, which probably we ain't gonna get, but unless we can convert them to something differently, we got to do what we got to do. It's reality of the situation. So it's like, that's the difference of it, where it's people who are more, obviously, I said it before, someone who tells you the reality versus someone who just keeps the lie. But in my thought processes, it's really just two different perspectives. Someone who has a perspective of society, someone who has a perspective of their own thinking.
Right. So, like, basically, like, leading and following.
You can say that.
Like,
who's a leader, who's a follower, and a lot of people don't understand that even being you could be a sub leader or you could be a sub follower. As in, you could be someone who you could be in lead. You could be the leader of the followers and don't even realize that.
mm-hmm.
As in, you could push other people into following in the same situations that you are in, not understanding that you're a follower as well. See, people don't understand that part. Versus if you was in love with this, or if you was a leader in the situation, you understand that. Prime example, a person who's a leader who understands what leadership means, they really understand that they're not going to get everybody to agree with everything they're doing. They already understand that from day one, right?
Right.
Versus a follower wants someone who's they want everybody to pay attention to them and accept them for what they is because they're a follower. So I'm trying to be part of the status quo. I'm trying to be with what's going on right here, right now.
Right.
I want to be part of what y'all got going on, so I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be part of what you got going on. I'm gonna trigger your emotional side, the parts that make you feel like we should be friends, versus someone who actually understands. Are we compatible? Are we cool people? Do we need to be around each other more often or not? You know what I'm saying? Like it puts it differentiates it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So someone who's willing to tell you, who's willing to be real about the situation, versus someone who's kind of like, all right, let's keep each other at a certain headspace. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
right. Well, I skipped that ad. Let's see what some of our people has to say about this situation or the topic that we got going on, red versus blue. Let's see what Mocha got to say. Oh. You gotta unmute your mic, Mocha.
I unmuted my mic. So that's interesting. It's very interesting. Basically, it's kind of like you said, prey versus predator, and there are people in between. There are sub-predators, sub-prey, people who are just in between, who don't really have a predator, but kind of do. So it's just like, that's a very interesting concept to actively think about. Where's your role in the society, and who are you? How does your not personality, but how do your traits affect everyone? Do you constantly follow people into leadership roles, or do you try to find people that are more capable of successfully leading, but also understanding that you could take from them and then go out on your own and learn situations and help lead other people to also follow into their beliefs? So basically like a commander of some sort. But yeah. So I guess my question is, what do you guys think that you are? Z, you've already told me what you said, but let the people know already. Tell us what you believe, what pill you are.
I mean, the pill that I consider I am, you would have to wait till Wednesday because I haven't gave you out a definition of that pill. Because there's red and there's blue, but then there's in what I've came up with, or what we came up with as a group, the several different pills that we got also involved with that. So there's it's like 3 other separate pills.
3?
Yeah,
red,
it's like 3.
Red, blue,
green,
pink,
purple, pink.
Purple.
That's 3.
There's really 3?
There's the 3, right? So it's really, and to be honest with you, you couldn't really define your own pill. And the reason why I say that is that you would need other people, as in, for me, right? People who talk about, if I had to consider, with the pills that we created, I would consider myself purple pill. There's other people who I've talked to who had to tell me that I was a purple pill type person, where but I had to get that from other sources to tell me that. You feel what I'm saying? Versus me saying it, because I can say this and then somebody be like, nah, bro, you more this, that, and the third. Now, if I had to give my personal opinion, like I said, I'm a purple pill, but I'm more of a reddish purple pill than a bluish purple pill. I'm definitely a little bit more reddish.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. You're very more reddish, but definitely purple.
Do I have blue tendencies? Absolutely, but I'm more reddish than anything.
If you know your D&D class, you know what pill. Yeah. My
So
D&D class, I'm an Eldritch Knight.
you're a knight. Got it.
What the
I'm
fuck
an
is that?
Eldritch
I
Knight.
don't even know what the fuck that is.
So D&D, you know what D&D is? Dungeons and Dragons.
Bro, you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is?
You don't
Okay,
know what
so
Dungeons and Dragons
Y'all,
is?
I'm from the
Bro,
hood. Listen. I'm from the
man,
hood. I'm a trap baby. I don't
that
know
don't
what that is.
matter. That don't matter. Anyway, so you said, what did you say you were? All I heard was knight. That's all I heard.
we're gonna talk about that D&D
We'll talk about
thing
that
later
another
on. But yeah,
Maybe. Might as well.
Might as well. But
Yeah, answer
so
the question.
other
You said
people
what pill
have
you are?
the pill, I think I would be, in my personal opinion, I think I'd be a purple. You know what I'm saying? Like a red, more bleeding red-ish purple. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more nonchalant, but you know, I'm more. I wouldn't consider myself more blue than I am red. You know what I'm saying?
You said you would
What
consider
else?
yourself more blue than red?
More red than blue. I would consider
Okay.
myself more red than blue.
Okay.
I said
Why you say that?
blue than purple. I said the other way around.
Yeah, you did it at first. That's why I was like,
Oh.
maybe I was just well listening hard. But why do you think that?
Yeah. I'm but because based on well, we would have to talk about that. You know, I would have to tell you all that after the show because we haven't said anything about what the definitions were. But based on what we have here, you know what I'm saying? I don't really have a problem with fitting into, you know, the moment or coming to the person on their level. If they are on a certain level, you know, I don't have a problem reaching them on that level, but I'm really chill. I'm really just chilling. For real.
Okay.
Yeah. I can see like most of the time what side people are coming from, and be able to, you know, express my way of thinking without compromising the other person. Oh my gosh. Without compromising the other person's thinking.
Okay.
Way of thinking.
Okay.
So you're able to reach a compromise. So basically purple in a sense. But realistically, any pill could reach a compromise with a person if they so choose. You don't
No,
think so?
I don't think so. No. Here's
No.
the only one here's the only, okay, red, absolutely not. They're not compromising to save their life at all. As in, if they got to compromise, they're not red no more. And even if they do compromise, it's like it has to be something that's in their best interest to compromise.
And that's what I'm saying. It has to be in their best interest.
But as in, they're thinking of themselves first, right? Versus a blue pill person, most of the time, is going to put the other person ahead of them.
It's selfless.
You feel me? They're
Blue
a lot
person
more
is
selfless, but in
reddish
the
is
middle of them
self-pity.
being selfless, they end up getting put out there on their own by themselves. Where if they feel some type of way about whatever, they feel that on their own. So if I'm doing this for you and then I don't get nothing back in return, and I'm now feeling some type of way about it, only person who feels some type of way about it is me. You don't care because at the end of the day, you got what you wanted out of the situation. Versus me, I didn't. A red pill is gonna make sure that he got whatever he got out of the situation first. So he gonna put it on the table. I'm willing to do this, this, and this, and this. If you do this, this, and this, and this for me. If you can't do this, this, and this, then I can't do this.
Yeah.
Versus the blue pill, they'll try to talk with you about the situation. Hey, if you, okay, I need this, this, and this, but I don't really need it, this, that, and the third, and this, that,
No,
and the
no, that's more no. The blue pill is more like I'll do whatever you need. I'll do it for you. Not necessarily
Yeah,
caring too much
I would
about
feel like a
what
blue
they
pill
feel.
would go ahead and do anything for that person, that partner, or whatever the situation is.
I'm someone's Viagra.
sick of your shit. I'm just sick of your shit. I'm just sick of your shit.
But oh my gosh.
No, that's my phone. Go away.
The pupsters just hopped
That
on the
was
bed.
so random.
She was
So random.
She yelled so loud. I was like, oh
Just
my
so random.
gosh. Why did she yell that loud?
This damn dog just jumped.
He got something in his mouth, Mom.
I'm gonna tell you. A matter of fact, what happened was, Nina hit us with the pill, with the Viagra pill, and the dog heard it and said Viagra.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Now I was gonna ask before she left about what did she think that her pill was, but I'm gonna wait to ask her.
Because the definitions is
Because then the reason why I'm gonna wait to ask her is because the definitions for women on when it comes to pills actually switch, right? So if I remember I told you, we said red pill is the more dominant, blue pill is the more sub. It's switched. So a blue pill woman is actually more dominant. A red pill woman is actually more submissive. If you ask why, I'll explain why. It's because a blue pill woman is more into society. So she's not looking to be submissive underneath a man. She wants to be either equal or she wants to be in charge of the situation. Versus a red pill woman, which would be like a blue pill man, she's allowing the situation to where she don't want to be in charge all the time. Or majority of the time, she don't care to be in charge. She'd rather let her man be in charge. So that's why I say it changes. The spectrum of it changes when it comes to women. So that's why if I'm gonna ask now that you back, Mocha, which one do you think you are between red and blue pill? Obviously, we can talk about the other pills Wednesday, but if you had to pick which pill you were, which one was it?
Oh, we picking red and blue
Based
pills. I
on
had to
the
say
fact
something
that
different.
one, I'm trying to work on my boundaries and I'm a people pleaser. However, I don't really bend backwards for my standards and what I'm okay with. So I guess I'm purple. But it just depends on how I feel, I guess. I don't know. Like you say, people would have to tell me like what kind of pill you are, what kind of person you are. And yes, I work hard and I give a lot for people. However, if I need something from you, I'm very quick to cut you off if you don't give it.
Yes, man. Not to you.
You just gonna snitch on your friend like that? That's cold.
It ain't that.
That's
It ain't.
cold.
We and him did something we had no business.
That's real cold. But I guess I'm a freaking. I wouldn't even say I'm blue because I don't really do that. I don't give all.
We both can't be the director, man. We
You
both
feel me?
can't
Like
be.
we both can't.
Either I'll go press the button or you go press the button.
Then I will press the button. You go press the button. And I'm like, bro, come on. Okay.
So y'all say what kind of pill I am. I already see your face. You saying blue?
No, wouldn't say that.
Terrible. So blue
I
is.
would say that.
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Okay.
I mean, if we're just doing red and blue pills, if we're just doing red and blue, definitely.
You said definitely blue.
If we're doing red and blue, you're definitely blue. If we're just doing red and blue. Well,
I
actually,
mean, if
no.
I had to
Actually, no.
pick,
Actually, she's actually changing. She's actually changing a whole lot. So she might be like starting to become more of a red. You
I'm
know what I'm
probably gonna
saying?
say if I had to think about it right now, if I had to think about you and the whole circumstances you've been through right now, you started off blue, but you are gradually turning purple. But I feel like your purple is gonna it might turn into red soon.
Oh my!
Not
Wait,
seeing
wait,
as
wait,
in
wait, 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 wait. We're talking about opposite. So if we're
yeah,
going
opposite.
opposite, then you're definitely you're becoming a blue. Yes, because if we're
Actually,
going
the
the
other way,
opposite,
Come to red.
because it's the
So
blue
basic.
is submissive, the blue is submissive, and red is dominant,
But it switches. The spectrum switches.
and
So now blue is
a red
dominant for
becomes
female. Blue is
right. So
dominant for
she was,
female. Red
So
is
I
going
was
to
down.
so
Now I'm
she was red. She was red.
you
Now
was
she's
red.
becoming
She
more
was blue
blue.
first. She was blue first.
She was dominant.
She was dominant first. Remember her situation with Woody Woo?
No, then I feel like that was the other way, because she was willing to do whatever, and
Mm,
that's more so like a, you feel me?
mm, that's a good question. I mean, because you,
I feel like that she's more becoming
I
more
love how
dominant
you
now,
are all complex, like perplexed.
I wouldn't say dominant now. I feel like more
because the
she's
way
becoming.
the way she be going, the way she be treating us,
That's his business though. That's different.
but even so, that could
I'm talking
It's
translate
about her
into
still part
personal.
of me.
It
real
is, but
world.
you just switching that on and off. As in you do that for business. I've seen you. I've talked to you.
No,
Hold on. I've talked to you, Data, and I've talked to you, just Mocha. That's why I said, nah, I'm not gonna sit here and say you just over a dominant person. You know when to use your
oh no,
dominant.
I didn't say completely just
You
So
know
one.
that
when you use,
already
but
tells you
but
where
at the
I
same
am.
time, you're growing into your dominance. As in, you wasn't this dominant at a point of time.
That's
Because like I
that's
said,
what I'm
if you
saying.
got to think about it with you and the dude, which I ain't gonna say his name, but you and dude. There was
Yeah,
a lot of times you would let a lot of situations slide with dude that it was just like, bro,
That's
you
why I
can
said
easily
she
get
was
out of this.
more,
But then
yeah, red.
you'll keep telling yourself about why you need to stay in it, even though you'll tell yourself that you don't need to be. So it's like, all right, I don't know which one necessarily. So I'm just like, dang, that's a good question. As in, it's like, hmm.
I love how I'm so
We gotta,
perplexing. It's interesting. I love this. We're gonna follow up with this
yeah.
next not next this Wednesday. We're gonna
We're
follow
gonna
up.
talk about, yeah, definitely, Mocha. We're definitely gonna talk about
Can
more,
someone be
and more
Miss
of this.
Bluto?
That's what I was gonna say. We got a question in the comments.
Well, let me answer her first one because she asked the first one earlier. She said she would consider herself blue pill. Yeah, you are very much blue pill, Nina.
I mean, that's also goes with the question alone.
But then she switched it on. Oh wait, sorry, I'm not very dominant. Can someone be a submissive blue pill? No. And the reason why I tell you no for your reason of being is because you couldn't be submissive and dominant at the same time. You could say I'm not very dominant at the same time. You very stuck to your standards, or not standards. You're stuck to what your beliefs and what you want to do. So it's like, are you willing to give that up for being with that person? And speaking with, let's be real, Nina, 9 times out of 10, most likely not. You might find somebody eventually, but you'll find somebody who's more closer into giving up what they need for you versus you giving up what they need for them. So that's why I say you more blue. You want somebody who's fitting into your schedule and your time versus you fitting into theirs. And if you would to think about it, look at the situations that I'm not gonna put your business out here on the internet, but you know what will be going on outside of data. That's why I'm like, bro, we know. That's why I'm like, if we look at the whole situation, even with Mocha, I had to say, look at the whole situation for what we know, might be a little different. But I would say you're a blue pill. That's gradual. That I would say you're a blue pill. That you have. Matter of fact, ooh, I would say. See, now this is how I go into Wednesday, where it goes into the sub pills, because you might be a green pill, shorty. You might be a green
Definitely
Shorty
pill.
is a
that.
whole masochist, fam.
Okay, you might be a green pill, where you might come in
We
and do
talking about
things.
Nina, right?
Nina, we talking about Nina. Nina might be
Okay.
a green pill, where she might be. Again, we'll have to
Hey,
get into that
yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah.
But you might be a green pill, shorty, where you give off you give off that tendency of being a sub, but you low key want what you want, and you not playing, and you go
Uh-huh.
low key finesse it in there that you go get what you want out this situation, and if you don't, you go peace.
Yep.
I'm out, bitch. Now I'm on.
Whiskey green pill. Yep. That
I
should be.
wouldn't say whiny though. I say you just very convincing.
Yep.
You're very convincing. You can
Well, she
convince
is an
somebody.
actress, so of course she has to be convincing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna definitely talk about this more on Wednesday. I want y'all to stay to because no, it's about time to wrap.
Hey, Kayla.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
Kayla.
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 I think she just popped in just to listen. I didn't think she had anything to say.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought she was popping in. I just saw her name ring, Paul. Like, oh, okay.
Well, that is about time. That is our show. It's about time to wrap up. That is episode 1 of Club in a Way. I hope y'all enjoyed that. There's a little bit of show. Not a little bit of show. Wow, I cannot believe I just said that. But this show, um, be prepared for many more. We got definitely more. So stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned for Wednesday when we get more into the pills topic. There's like 3 other pills, or what did you say? Yes, 3 other pills or 2 other pills.
3.
Three
Three.
other pills. 3 other pills left that we need to talk about, and they'll definitely give you more information about that. So y'all definitely stay tuned. What? Oh,
Stay tuned
I
until
was just
next time on
I was
Wednesday.
reading. I'm sorry, I was reading, but I didn't mean to just cut off like that. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for Wednesday. It has been your boy Saw. I am you. You can follow me on Instagram at official.saw. I don't know why I'm getting twisted over my words, but what's your name, bro?
You follow me at ZHunno, ZHUNNO_. You already know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And to
And you
follow
can
our
follow
little special
me
guest
on
here.
Instagram at Mocha Badu. And it has been my pleasure being featured at 808.
Yes, man. Thank you for joining us in the first episode of Club 808.
It's an
Hopefully,
honor.
more to come. Definitely more to come. So we're gonna have you on the show again eventually. So we're gonna talk to you about that. Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
All right.
Appreciate everybody who's here.
Thank you, lovely. Go follow us on Twitch and subscribe so you can get a daily reminder.
You all follow us on Instagram at DietyeRadio,
Yeah.
where you can see
YouTube.
behind the scenes. Look, I just did a whole like grilled cheese tutorial. Like we do crazy stuff like that. There's gonna be more. Y'all gonna see me cook a whole lot more. I know Mocha used to do all the cooking. She does all the cooking, but y'all didn't know I threw down
Everybody
the
knows
cooking.
how to cook up in here.
You feel me? Like, look, Z know how to cook too. He just don't want to throw down he don't want to throw down for the gram.
Cause if I throw
I don't
down,
know.
y'all ain't gonna know what to do, man. I need a plate. Can you send me a plate? I need a plate. And I'm be like,
Then go ahead and throw
$50.
down so you can make some cash
Hey,
quickly.
right. You
I'm a
feel me?
5-star gourmet chef. I need 50 racks just to put it on the plate.
50 racks just to
Bro,
put it
that's
on the
money.
plate.
Just put it on the plate. Just to give you the
Look,
little.
look. Humble beginnings, bro. Humble beginnings.
Humble
You
beginnings,
really got
not
it so big.
beginning.
Hit you with the nutmeg.
Look, if people want a plate, tell them to pull up with $10 a plate, $20 a plate,
$10 a plate, $20 a plate.
$20 a plate. There you go. Now you made your bread. You gonna make a couple bands a day.
Yeah,
Then you can
$20
start open up a restaurant. Boom.
Or you
Like,
could,
yeah, we are. Huh?
or
Y'all
you
said
could,
$20 a plate, boy. Y'all tripping.
$20.
bro, it's gonna be big plates. You know people like to eat.
She said big plates. Who finna cook all that?
I'm
You?
gonna help. You know.
You in Atlanta. You ain't coming down.
Yes, I am. If you pay me and feed me, then yeah, I am. Definitely, if you feed me.
I'm
Free
feed
food.
y'all.
Hello.
I'm
Gotta
feed
come.
y'all.
Hey. Look, we look future businesses.
Let's end this
You
stream
better
real
stop.
quick.
You better stop. You better stop. You better stop. But nah, for real though, and we love having you on the show. We love having you on the show. But not only can Mocha cook, we can cook as well. Z gonna throw down on the sticks at least once in our dietary career. You gonna throw down on the gram at least one time, bro. You got to, man. Look. You can't just
That's
say
right.
you a 5-star cook and not throw down for the gram at least once.
Bro, y'all wouldn't know what to do with it if I did, bro. Like,
Bro, they
You
gonna
gotta
start
throw
making
down.
them recipes, be whipping it up, be like, look,
the point, I need to
cookie,
get paid. Y'all, you ain't
look
finna
what
take
I
my
did.
recipe.
I followed the
I don't
recipe
even be
on my
having recipes,
board.
bro. I
Look,
just be trying shit. That's what
you feel me? Look. Think about it like this: if you throw down for the gram and people like it, we might get some brand deals. We might get some sponsorships. You might get
Hello
some.
Fresh,
You
sir.
feel me?
Hello
Nina,
Fresh.
shut your ass up. I'm mad I even put this on here. Fuck you. I'm mad I even put you on here with this shit. Shut your ass up. Okay? That's exactly what I mean by I say you blue pills hell. That's what I mean. This right here, this line right here is exactly why you blue pill. This right here. This right here is a prime example of blue pill.
Kayla talk about something I know, right, Nina?
And see?
Look, we gonna ask you. I'm glad Kayla not on. I mean, no, I'm not glad Kayla not on here. I wish Kayla was on here because
Yes,
I want to pick on her like we always do.
Oh yeah, Kayla, we
Let's
got
ask
I'm
her.
sorry,
bro.
Kayla.
No, I'm back
I'd
out.
hit you
I
hard.
don't
We
think
got
it's okay.
I'd have hit you hard with your pill,
what,
Kayla. I'm sorry.
what kind of pill are you, Kayla?
Kayla, I would have hit you hard with your pill, Kayla. Kayla, I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. You a pink pill. You is a pink pill.
So okay. We gonna talk about it. We
Okay,
gonna talk.
calm
What
down.
you got to
Hey,
say?
time's up. We gotta go. Time's up. We
Hey,
gotta go play the house.
real quick. Say your piece.
Say your
Say your
piece.
piece so we can go. Well, you in? Pop in. You
They
in?
didn't
You
talk about like
on?
what's up. Unmute yourself and speak.
Man,
Right.
sweet.
Stranger.
Look. Now she ain't got nothing to say.
Right.
Look, now
Ask us
see,
to
now you
pop
gotta
you
exit
in.
out and come back in. You gotta exit out and come back in now, cause we can't hear you. Mark my words, I'm not playing. Kayla is a pink pill. I'm not joking.
I gotta see what that is.
But remember, it's reversed.
Oh
So pink is
yeah.
really green as a female.
Mhm.
Oh.
Am I lying?
Kayla be throwing the hands for real.
Well, Kayla be going crazy. Kayla, a green pink for real. Kayla,
Hello, darling.
why everybody stuck?
What's y'all smoke, bro?
There she go.
And what y'all on here acting like I'm crazy for?
We didn't say you
We didn't say
crazy.
you was
What y'all
crazy.
wanna
Nobody said you.
pick on me for? Like what I do?
They just find it.
Y'all literally just said like, oh, I would have. Oh, I couldn't. What for? What? Like, what y'all want to line me up for?
We lined everybody up. What you mean? Mocha ass.
That me.
Yeah.
I just be chilling. I definitely feel like
Y'all
I'm a redder. Like I feel like I'm red, but apparently
you feel like you red
yeah, I feel like I'm red. Like what's wrong with
all
that?
the way.
You said you red?
That's not submissive, right? Or is that submissive?
The female version of red is submissive.
Nah, I'm blue. I'm anything but submissive. Like and I know that. Like I definitely want to work on being softer as a person. But
I say you pink. I say you pink. Either you pink and green.
Pink and green.
You pink and green.
Yeah, watermelon.
You pink and green. And the reason why I say that is you can switch it on from on and off.
Yeah, watermelon.
Okay. As in you can be submissive, but you submissive to a degree. As in you submissive, but you like one of the people that got the eye while you submissive. Like I do it, but like you feel me? Like I might
because we were literally just talking about that. It sound
good. Like you one of those. It sound good, but like
because it's just so hard for me to do. Like I just don't understand why I should. Like why should I listen to you? Like, and it's funny we were having this conversation the other day. I want to do better though. Like so I'm gonna start doing a little better. I'm gonna be a little softer. I'm gonna try to listen. I'm gonna try.
Last question, last comment before we log off of here. She said that I'm a red unless I need to be a blue. And that means that you are a purple.
Nah.
And what does that mean?
That means you a pink green, shorty.
You a
pink green. Yeah. You a pink green. Because you pick and choose. You can't pick and choose which one. Either you submissive or you dominant. You can't be I'm submissive until I need to be dominant, and you ain't submissive then. Or you ain't you pink green. And as the society would call, which I don't want to call y'all that because that's what society would call it. And even dudes who are pink green, I would call them this too, so don't take it. But they would call y'all considerably chameleons. The reason why they call you chameleons is because y'all switch in it. Y'all can be switching.
I call them watermelons.
Or she called it the watermelon. So it's like you one thing on the outside, on the inside, you soft and squishy.
If you are a pushover, then I would say you are what would that be? A
male. If you a male pushover, you're a blue. If you a male, you're a blue green. If you a woman pushover, you're more of a pink red.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I can be a pushover.
I like it.
But if you push me too far, then I'm gonna buck back.
No, I'm not really a pushover. I like things my way. I'm real. I like what I like.
But then again, even then, at that point, it's going to be a while before I
don't know what's going on there.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, but I still want my stuff.
You
dang, wait, is that silent shade? Is that low key shade?
Man.
Somebody is snitching on you.
Yeah.
Is that low key shade?
She said you is a pushover. Hint.
I'm a pushover? Are you sure I'm not acting like I'm a pushover though? Like for real?
Wait, what was it?
How
do I say a
like
pushover?
Just because they said I'm a Hufflepuff, they also said I was Slytherin. So, you know, that's possible.
You could have just did your own. Why you ain't just do your own thing?
Apparently,
I'm
a Hufflepuff.
You said what's a Hufflepuff?
I said apparently I'm a Hufflepuff.
But here's the thing. They split it down 50-50 with Hufflepuff and Slytherin, so they couldn't make up their mind. Maybe it's because I'm chaotic neutral. Who knows?
But I don't see anything wrong with being a Hufflepuff. At least not what the description said.
That's
But
really
we're getting way off topic. I said we was gonna end the show. We were about to end the show.
yeah. We supposed to be ending the show. Thank God.
Hufflepuff
So see y'all next week.
Toast.
See y'all Wednesday. Why do I keep saying next Wednesday? See y'all.
Oh no, this is intriguing. I can stay for the next 10 minutes until the hour's up.
Oh, I'm glad she's agreeing. Hufflepuffs are dangerous. We lure you in with kindness and treats, and then we slowly kill you.
Hufflepuffs are the emotional ones.
I ain't that emotional.
That's why they put you part Slytherin.
Oh,
I use my
the official test can make you part somebody.
No, that's why I said I don't know how she got part Slytherin. Either she's Slytherin.
So
or
here's the thing: I took the test twice. I got Slytherin the first time, and then I took it again, and I got Hufflepuff.
Oh well, I might as well have to take the test again just to see.
You did it twice. That's why you can't do it twice.
Oh,
yes, I can.
She changed her answers on the second test.
She was like, "This seems more like me this time." I think this.
I don't like Hufflepuff. I want to be Slytherin.
We saw the money shots.
Yeah, we saw the money.
I'm those little snake people. Nina, I know you're a little snake people. I'm not gonna lie to you, Nina. I know.
Yeah, she.
But we were.
What little test
Anyway,
y'all
we're
take?
supposed to be ending the show.
It's the sorting, wizarding sorting test.
Yeah.
Where basically it's the you ever seen Harry Potter?
Yeah.
So you know how in the beginning, the very first when they first go to school, the new students come in, they give them the sorting hat, and the sorting hat goes on their head, and it picks what
house they're in.
What house they're in. So they have a test on that for the Wizarding World, Harry Potter's Wizarding World, where you take the test and it'll tell you what house you in, your Patronus, what type of wand you would get, and
your familiar.
Yeah, who you're the best character you could be.
The rattlesnake.
Mine's was a I think it was a shrew or something like that.
You got a what?
A shrew.
What the heck is that?
It's like
a lizard.
Kinda, I think. You know, like sand shrew from Pokemon. Basically that.
Okay.
But we're talking about Harry Potter, and we're supposed to be closing. You know,
we gotta go. Let's go.
We're talking about close for the last 10, 15 minutes. But even so, like I said, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at DietyeRadio. You can follow me on Instagram at official.saw. Everybody said what they said. This is Klub 808, another series from our network at DietyeRadio. We're trying to turn DietyeRadio into a network. Yes, this is one of the series. We have 3 shows on our network now. We have Klub 808, we have Girls Night at Dietye, and we have DietyeRadio, the podcast. And so make sure y'all stay tuned for all 3 of those. We go live on Monday, Wednesday, and what was it, Friday? Monday,
either
Wednesday,
live,
and Friday.
Either we going live on Instagram or we might go live here. Whichever one.
Yep, and that is Klub 808 on Mondays, DietyeRadio, the podcast, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays we have Girls Night at Dietye. So y'all definitely stay tuned for all of that, and stay tuned for other posts in between on our Instagram. You know, we be posting on there. We gonna have a TikTok real soon. We waiting to get that set up for y'all, and so make sure y'all stay tuned for all of that. It is time for us to go. I'm gonna turn up this Afrobeat music, and we are out.
Red beat. Blue beat.